What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. Here today with a quick review and demonstration over Vybz by Thenatan or Thenatan. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it, but Vybz is basically an effect plugin with over 20 different effects that you can put on your melodies, your drums, your vocals, whatever you need to add some sauce to your music. Make sure if you guys like this content, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to find out. But let's go ahead and get right into Vybz.
Some, hit the key.
All right, so I brought you guys to the website first. And basically Vybz, I'd most compare it to RC Color 20, except for my personal opinion. It might be just a little bit better. The start out price on this is only $29.50 right now. So if you're thinking about getting RC Color 20, you might want to check this video out and then make your decisions. But I brought you to the website first because this plugin does have a lot of effects and a lot of things going on. So I kind of wanted to go through some of the things before we actually go through the plugin. So this plugin has different textures. It has reverb, it has convolution reverb. It also has echo, it has damage, which is your distortion. It has your sample reducer, it has bit crusher, it has a time machine, which basically mimics a VHS reel-to-reel tape. It's got dropout, it's got motion, it's got a band, so it's got two different EQs. It's also got a dynamic EQ. It's got Envolution, which basically emulates real life different types of speakers. It's got LFO matrix for your reverb and your delay. It's got oversample. It's got a master tone. It's got a compressor. It's got a bunch of different presets. You can create your own presets, so you can do a whole lot with this plugin. When you get it, they're going to send you 3 different files. One file is going to be the plugin. The other one's going to be the instruction manual. So the instruction manual on this is actually very in-depth, and it tells you what everything does. So if I miss something in this video and you do get this plugin, you know, it's right here. Everything is right here in the instruction manual. And it's got multiple pages, and it's very in-depth and explains everything to you. So that's definitely a plus. And then the last thing you're going to get is going to be an effect chain. And the effect chain is going to tell you how all the effects go in order, basically the chain that makes up, you know, your effect chain. But let's go ahead and get right into the plugin. So the plugin looks like this. In my personal opinion, I think the GUI is very beautiful. This is not a paid video. I'm not sponsored by the Thenatan. They just sent it to me to do a review. So all this is my honest opinions. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this on some different instruments and a vocal so you can hear what it sounds like. And we're going to go through all of these different effects. So I'm going to play the piano first. So the piano sounds like this. All right. And so when you're looking at this, right here is your oversample. If you click this button right here, it takes you back and forth to your LFO matrix. You push on this, you can change the size of the GUI. We're just going to leave it this size so that you guys can read everything. This right here just gives you the info in case you need it. Over here is the back button. Here's the forward button. And then right here is where you get your involution. So you can use basically mimic or emulate any of these kind of speakers. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn on the Vybz. And then this is basically what the factory preset, basic preset sounds like right here. So I'm going to turn down the gain on the static, and then I'm going to go through the emulations of the Envolution first because I don't want to forget about that. So I'm just going to dial through each one of these, the phone, the walkie-talkie, the speakers, the shower room, you know, all that stuff. So that's pretty dope. And then right here you have your textures. So we're gonna just start right here. And with your textures and all these, you have your, most of these, you have your high pass and your low pass. So this cuts off the low frequencies, this cuts off the high frequencies. Then you have duck. So you can duck the static until after the instrument's done playing. So there's there's 9 different noises. And then you can actually import textures too. So we'll just start with the first noise, and I'm just going to turn it up so that you guys can hear it, what the noise sounds like. And then I'll turn it down, turn it up. And then so with the U, that's where you drop your own noise. So I'm just going to grab these birds and put them up in there. And so now when I push play, the birds will be there. That's pretty dope. And if you tap on it, you can load the file too. So, that's pretty nice. So then next you have your reverb right here. If you click this button right here, this is how you get back and forth between the matrix and the main plugin. So you got to make sure you turn it on. You can freeze, and this is stereo to mono. And then right here is the size of the reverb. And if you keep scrolling up, you can take it to impulse response, and that's your convolution. And so then it has all these, and you can even import to what you want to use. We're just going to go ahead and start with the basic reverb though. I'm just going to push play. And so then right here, you'll notice that this is your pre-delay. And so with the pre-delay, obviously that changes the pre-delay of the reverb. And then so if you push that button right here and you come over here to your matrix, you can affect the LFO and the mix rate and the speed of the LFO. So so I know you guys could hear the wah, 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 the LFO. And so then next to that, you have your echo. And so with the echo, you can actually affect the left echo on your left ear or the right. So, you can change the time in each one, and you can make the time of the echo whatever you want to, which is pretty cool too. So we'll go ahead and we'll just turn that on, and we're going to turn off the reverb for a moment. Now, if you have headphones on, you definitely hear how dope that sounds right now, how the delay is going different in each ear. But we'll go ahead and mess with that a little bit. And then you can actually mess with the EQ right here too. And then if you go into you got a bypass right here. And then if you hop into the matrix, you can affect the speed and the mix of the LFO on that too. Oh, and what I forgot to mention is if you scroll up like this, you can change the waveform of the LFO. That's pretty cool too. And all you gotta do is just click on that and push up with the mouse, and it'll change the waveform. So you can hear how that sounds different. Next, you have your sample reducer and your bit crusher. So that's going to be basically like some distortion for you. So we'll go ahead and play that. We'll go through that quickly. So with this too, you can change the actual model, you know, so you can change the waveform and you can draw in it too. So just like anything else, if you left click on it, you can draw a design and you can shape the wave however you like. And then with that too, if you push this button right here, it will give you more nodes. And if you push that button, it takes it back to the main the main state. So then next you have your time machine. So if you have isotope vinyl, this is similar to that, as you can take it down to 1930 or you can take it to now, so you can change the way that the sample sounds. And then you have also dropout. So this is pretty cool too. So you can sync the dropout. And then if you push this time machine button, it'll basically make it sound like that VHS reel. So again, that's another nice little feature. I mean, this plugin is pretty nice for lo-fi or any really modern type of music. Next, you have your motion. This affects your vibrato, and then your width and your panning. With this too, you can also draw in your waveform. So you can hear how that's dropping in and out, moving all over the beat. Then you have a panner too, you know, and you can obviously, you can pan it to whichever side that you want to. This right here is your EQ. And so then with the EQ, you can basically have it come over and cut everything off. So and then you can change the frequency and the threshold on that too, the frequency range. So that's pretty nice. So now we're going to go ahead and get into some of the presets. Oh, here is your compressor down here. Here's your in, your out, and you can change your tone. So now we're going to go ahead and get into some of the presets and how some of the presets sound on some of the things. So you can make your own presets. So, you know, all you got to do is push add, then add whatever you want. And then, you know, you can add it over here. So that's how you do that. But they have different presets for like delay, reverb, melodies, pads, pianos, keys, so on and so forth. So I'm just going to start right here with just delay. And again, I'm going to turn off Vybz and play. I know you guys have been hearing the piano, but this is what it sounded like without any of the presets. And this is what it sounds like with the preset. So some of the presets are pretty good. I'm going to switch to something else now so to give you guys' ears a break. I know you guys have been hearing that same melody over and over again. My apologies for that. So I'm going to put some drums on there. So so you guys can hear what it sounds like with basically some drums on there. So we'll go ahead and open this back up. And then this is what the drums sound like before. So nothing too big. I just snatched that from SumnSumnSumn's Capital Drum Kit 2. And then this is what it's going to sound like with some of the different effects on there. Can I turn it on? So it has some, some decent settings, you know what I'm saying, that makes your drums glued together, make them stick out in the mix. We'll go to another instrument. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up the most annoying sound in the world. If you have Omnisphere, you know what this sound is right here. All right, that's the most annoying sound in the world. That's the startup sound for Omnisphere. Every time you start up Omnisphere, it's the most terrible sound on the whole plugin. So this again is what it sounds like without any effects on there, without any of the presets. All right, and so then this is what it's going to sound like with some of the presets on there. And as you can see, that makes a big difference. It makes it go from being unusable to usable. So next I'm going to go ahead and play just a guitar with some of the different presets on there. Actually, I'm going to play this flute with some of the presets on there. So this is basically what this flute's going to sound like without any effects. All right, so I'm just going to go to the just reverb portion. And then this is what it's going to sound like. So, I mean, it sounds beautiful. It sounds lovely. I'm going to play this guitar. And so then this guitar just sounds like this. And so then if I just simply go and throw on this guitar setting that they have set up here for melodies, this is basically what it's going to sound like. So again, vast improvement, sounds more usable. And then the last thing that I want to go ahead and demonstrate here is this vocal. So if you followed this channel before, you already know that I have no idea where I got this vocal from. I just know that it's copyright free, so I can use it. But this is what the vocal sounds like with no effects on it.
I feel alive and renewed. Been waiting so long just to get in the mood. I've been waiting for days, searched all kind of ways just to do what I do. I feel
All right, so that's that vocal right there. Let me go ahead and take this off a loop so that we can just not have to hear it click back and forth. And then we're gonna go ahead and listen to the difference, and it just, again, it makes a huge difference on these vocals.
I feel alive and renewed. Been waiting so long just to get in the mood. I've been waiting for days, searched all kind of ways just to do what I do. I gotta make it through. Can't wait another night just to live in the news. I feel like it's final time. Been waiting all my life, now I'm up here with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am alive, I can't deny that with you by my side. I'm on top of the world, feels like I'm high with you on sight. I just keep getting higher, 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 higher. Get high, high. I feel alive and renewed. Been waiting so long just to get in the mood. I've been waiting for days, searched all kind of ways just to.
I guess that's the plugin in a nutshell. In my personal opinion, I think this is definitely something worth checking out, especially for $29.50. You can't beat that, especially when RC20 is going for $100. And again, in my personal opinion, this might be a little better. Or if you're thinking about getting a drip plugin, this is definitely better. And it's half the price. So, I'll leave the link in the description. Make sure you hop on there. If you guys like this content, if you guys like what I bring you guys, make sure you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell. So every single time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to find out. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.